I'm going to start here and I'm going to show you how to use open source Office and talk to you about why we love open source Office, especially how it relates to WordPress and our content management systems and even emails. So just for the future, if you will remember to find video tutorials right here in our Client Center, and I'll be including this one under Instructional Tutorials Extended. And as we build our library, we put them right in here, and this will be probably right in here in a WordPress tutorial. So to move on from that, we have Silver Dollar Circuit, and I'm going to start here on the home page. So if we're on Silver Dollar Circuit and we have this class schedule, and if we want to modify this class schedule, right here what we've done is we've used the open source Office spreadsheet to populate this page. And you can use this in either a page or in a post, but in this case we've used a page because it has a really simple full width option, and I'll show you more about that in a moment. But at the same time, I have this open source Office document over here on the right. And to begin with, I'm going to start in the dashboard, and I've already logged in. You should know how to log in at this stage. So, when you're looking for something in your navigation bar, you're going to need to reference your URL, which is right up here at the top. And you can see that this is silverdollarcircuit.com/Silver Dollar Circuit class schedule. And that's important because we want to make sure that when you're editing a page or a post in your back end, that you're editing the right location so that when you save it, you can see the changes. Otherwise, you could be editing something and then looking on the front end and not realizing that you were working on the wrong post or wrong page. So this is in fact the right page. So I'm going to click here. Notice I went to Pages and then All Pages. And this is the file, and we know that this is the right file because we're going to go up here to the permalink, and it says Silver Dollar Circuit, Silver Dollar, and it's got some dots in there because it's long. If we were to edit it, we can see the whole thing. And so this is in fact the same URL as we just saw when we checked it. I'm going to click OK. Be sure not to change that. And this is the information that's in the body of that information right here in the body of the website. So I do like to work with multiple tabs, so that way I just have to remember to hit refresh and I can kind of bounce back and forth. So you'll find your own style, but this one happens to work for me. Okay, so here's all of our entire class schedule in here. We have the visual view and the HTML view. Of course, the visual view is a lot easier to wrap your head around because it's what you see is what you get. But if I'm over here and let's say I've made some edits in the open source Office, what I'm going to do is put my cursor right here in the very upper left cell, and then I'm going to drag it down to the bottom, to the very end of the document. And notice that the document, as I scroll over here to the right and get somewhere where there's content, the very furthest to the right cell is F. So I'm going to need to go way over to F. In fact, I've lost my space because I clicked on F. So I'm going to go up here to number 2, row 2, and all the way down here. And to the bottom, I'm going to scroll over to the right to F. Notice that 113 is the last row of information. I'm going to hold down the Shift key on my keyboard, and I'm going to click on F113. And you can see by the blue that I have everything selected. I'm going to scroll over here and up, and everything is selected. Now, if I hit Command C, I'm going to copy that. Alternatively, I can go to Edit, Edit Copy, Okay, and you have your shortcuts in here too. Now I've copied that information. I'm going to go over here into the visual area. I'm just going to hit edit. Move this thing here. Back into the body. I clicked out of it for a second, so it took me out of that area. So I need to make sure my cursor's in there so I can select all. So what it's going to do is going to take everything in there and it should wipe it out. Okay, so I'm going to hit Command V, and that's going to paste it in there, and the alternative to Command V would be to edit, paste. Okay, so we've pasted everything that's in there, and what we can do is preview the changes. Keep in mind that if this is a new document for you, if this is a new page, and you wanted to use the full width of this, that you would be sure to select the template, full width page. We're going to preview the changes. And notice because I have several tabs up right over here, this is working. This is where I'm going to see the page as soon as it's done working. So I'm going to click on that tab, and these are the changes as they are now. So if I were to go ahead and publish it, then that's what I would see, and that just makes me really happy because there's just not very many programs. Like Excel does not work this well with Word, and it certainly doesn't allow you to paste it into an email. So I'm going to show you a quick email. So if I were to compose this, for instance, and edit and paste that same information in here, notice that I also have a really nice formatted email. So just as an example, really, really great to work with Open Source Office because it just plays really nicely with other programs. Okay, that should do it. Thanks so much for watching. This is Jayne with Jayne Design.